Welcome back to the URG Podcast. Today we are with some real motherfucking rock stars. You know, these four guys, I care about them very much, and they're fucking awesome. They're creative, and we got a lot to talk about, so let's jump into it. We have Overnight Success.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll introduce everybody. On my left, we have Adamal, the rock star. To my other left, we have Mason. To my right, we got the one and only Farmer.
Let's go.
And then the man with the plan, Jericho.
Hello.
So, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
It's going
Amazing.
a good night.
Yeah.
Everything good?
Hell yeah, super excited to be here.
Man,
Yeah, for sure.
It can be
That's
right
for
now.
I was completely surprised with the makeup. I was not expecting this. So the spooky vibes is on point.
Happy
Yeah.
Halloween,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. It's the season. It's the season, baby.
Season.
Halloween, my
Goddamn
favorite
right.
shit. So.
All right, so I guess I kind of wanted to start with a song that we recently put out called Then Sit. If y'all haven't checked it out, make sure to go check it out. I kind of heard it in the earlier stages when it was being developed,
Yeah.
and then to see how much work you guys put into it, and then to all the work we put into it to go recording it and getting it out there, and then seeing you guys finally put out the first single as Overnight Success.
Yep.
I thought that was fucking amazing. But do you guys want to? I guess I'll ask you, Farmer.
Yeah.
You want to tell a little bit about what that song is about, and I guess kind of the story behind Then Sit?
I feel like a lot of it does almost have to do with the transitioning period of like leaving our old studio that we were at and coming to here, and like that song was written because we were all honestly like getting frustrated with each other in a way at the old studio. Like we were pretty lax and just like jamming, and then we kept getting on each other's heads to kind of like get out of the groove of just like jamming on the same things over and over again. And we were like, damn, like we actually should write something new, or I know there was like the necessary need for that. And originally it was something that I thought would be more of a filler song, like just to like get the blood pumping, like write something real quick and fast that we could all play together and start structuring out and really like write a song together. And it was coincidentally at the same time where we kind of knew the end of our old studio was going to come. Like we were waiting. We knew it was going to be within like 3 or 4 months. And I feel like a lot of that plays into the song, like just being like complacent with things or I don't know. I don't know. But it was just like it was going to be such a change for us, and we wanted to make a lot of changes. Like we wanted to start taking things more serious. And I just remember that, like, being so determined in the beginning to write that song, like, not to get us up off our ass, but, like, in a sense, yeah, to get us up off our ass and, like, into a more, like, realistic area of actually writing music instead of just, like, jamming. Because we could jam all day and do nothing and have fun if we wanted to.
Construct is what's important sometimes. You know, construction and making sure order sometimes is good. But, you know, going off a whim is always great.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, I guess how much does jamming go into songwriting, or, like, where is there you have to have a balance, right? Like,
yeah,
or, like
yes.
where does that come into play of, all right, we're jamming or we're songwriting? Like, where do you find that line, or is it kind of, like, how do you guys go about that? I'll ask you, Jericho.
I think it comes kind of naturally. Like there's something that's so fire, everyone stops and like, whoa. Then we say, okay, let's pull out our phones. You know, pull out something and remember that. Because if not, it just goes into the ether. Like it just one of the many things that we do. So it's mostly, I think, just us jamming until something's so inspiring to us that we just kind of take a pause and, okay, let's get our phones out. Let's really talk about this now. Then if it goes a step further, we go on the whiteboard and start writing it out. You know, so that's
the infamous. All right, so just to give a little backstory of what the whiteboard is, when Overnight first pulled up, they were like, we got a few things we're gonna install, and one of the things,
Write stuff down.
this was crucial. the big ass whiteboard. That shit is taller than me. That shit like 8 feet tall. And they brought the markers and the eraser with it. And then like every time I'm in there, there's some written. Sometimes it's constructive. Other times.
It's all constructive. I mean, even though it's you know, we're going somewhere with it.
Yeah, you gotta create
it's all
something,
to
push it
inspire.
out there.
The doodles,
Process,
it's all
man.
to inspire.
It's all part of the
whoever sees it.
process.
Nowadays.
You know what? I guess I never really looked at it like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you leave little things to make maybe somebody will laugh or get a smirk out of it.
Yeah.
No, I love that. But okay, so that's pretty cool. So if you guys are jamming and then at some point something from that jam makes it to the whiteboard, then that's a good sign. Like that's a sign.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whiteboard's always there. I would say with like jamming into our mix of our process, it's about, I would like to say 50-50, because in the beginning it was way more than 50-50. It was like more so 99% jamming and then like, oh shit,
100%.
what did we play yesterday? All right, let's just jam and figure it out, you know? And so it was always jamming. Nowadays it's more of a 50-50. So like we try to jam more often than not, but we are making so many songs that we try to like stay in tune with what we're creating and then make sure we dial it down. Then Sit, we probably started making about a year ago. So like Farmer was mentioning, we started making that at the old studio, and then as we came here, we just progressed and we started making new songs, but it was only right to have Then Sit to be our first drop, since that was our very first original song. But yeah, I mean, Then Sit to me was more so like just an outlet for me, and yeah, whether it's like aggression or like contemplating or a mix of both, there was a lot of attitude, a lot of emotion. Yeah, like whether you want to handle your stuff, pick up your stuff and go, or then sit, it's like your choice. So that's like my interpretation to it.
On that song, if you guys go listen to it, you'll hear two different singers, right? And for each section, did you guys write that individually, or did it was it like one person writing everything, or like kind of how did that go about?
I wrote the whole song out and all the lyrics first, and then I went up to 2 verses, and then I think we kind of came to a third verse altogether, but I brought them like two verses, and then we critiqued like a lot. Like we did a lot of critiquing where we were just like sitting at the table at the old studio and just like writing, like everyone was writing lines that fit in the same like cadence and flow, and like in the rhyme scheme or whatever you want to call it. There's not too much of a rhyme scheme, but like stuff that fit. And like we bounced so many verses off of each other. It's in the end it still like does feel like a lot like mine, even though like we all had like hella input on it. But I don't know, it's just like the critiques were so great, and we it came to be what it is. And
I feel like it just naturally happened. There was no saying like, "Oh, this is your part, this is his part." Just kind of
everybody pulled
out of
their
all
weight,
of my
I think.
videos on my iPhone, I probably have more videos for Then Sit and all the times we played it, even
For
with
real.
other people that have been here, like Fernando that played it, and then that's come in
Shout
and
out
out.
Fernando.
But there were more than times than not, because I have the video specifically of Tony being like, "Oh, we should play this for the next part," and it was our break. It was our break going into the solo, and then it was a dun 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 dun
that's right,
dun
that
dun
riff,
dun
yeah.
dun. So I remember that I have the video of Tony bringing that in, and it was always just progressing, whether it was
It
with
went
lyrics
through
or
so
the
much.
process of
that
the
one
music.
didn't start
So,
as a jam though.
No, that one
didn't
came.
start.
I remember you coming to the
like
studio and
like
showing
just like
me,
fall.
and went into the studio and just basically tried to crank it out for
Yeah.
the first few minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like
See where
he showed me the riff, and I was like, yeah, like, all right, keep playing that, you know, kind of thing. And then he already had some lyrics, so we went off of that, showed the guys, and then it was just building from there.
That's
and,
when we locked in.
you know,
I think.
everybody
real.
wanted to
That
put
song
their
got us
input
into
in
it.
and want to know where this song was going. And like the lyrics are important to me. I think, you know, like Staring at the Wall, like all the beginning to the end of the song, it's like important to understand, and it's so to the point. I think it's really good though.
No, I totally agree. And so is that something that you guys, like as a band, when, like, let's say there's a song where you're not singing, are the lyrics still important to you, and like everything that's going on is
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
crucial,
Yeah.
while even though you're not
You're-
necessarily
Yeah.
like saying it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
still
because-
imagining them
your
in my
surroundings
head.
and your environment, your atmosphere, it's all what makes you do it.
And
So,
recording one of our last songs,
in the moment.
it was so, I felt effortless because we play it so many times live, but not hearing it at the time with the lyrics, it felt so empty. So we just had to remind ourselves, like, yes, we hear all the minute little details because there are no lyrics, but once those lyrics come into play, then it fills up. So we're always aware that that's the
Yeah.
case.
That's like an
Yeah.
element of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Another
Okay.
instrument.
But yeah, so
I mean,
far I think that with like our writing process, it's if very little times, if not no times, do we just bring lyrics in and then make music around it. It's usually we're making music, instrumentals, whatever, and then figuring out where somebody's writing something, or we're just like, hey, this sounds really good together with it, and so yeah. But usually the music is it, and that just goes hand in hand with how we're always jamming and just making shit.
I was just thinking about it right now as we were talking, but like I think I'll speak for myself, and I think you guys would agree as well. But the songs that we have written outside personally and brought, I think, are some of our strongest songs compared to the songs that we just like have created through jamming, like even like New Suds versus Then Sit, or like anything else versus Streets and Ave, or Fall, or even Costa, which you wrote yourself earlier on. But
These are all unreleased songs.
Oh.
So
Getting
everyone
the
knows.
I'm basically
Yeah.
speaking nothing, but like I know a lot of the songs that we bring personally, like outside of writing with the group, I think those are so far our strongest songs.
Yeah, we're getting
Fall
a better
will be out
process
soon.
on it.
Fall will probably be out by the
Fall,
time maybe this drops,
It's
right?
coming out.
Maybe
soon.
or within
Yeah.
within
Yeah,
a week
fall-
or a day
yeah,
or
No,
who
fall
knows?
will be out.
Who,
Yeah.
it'll
It'll-
probably be out.
I
It'll
think
probably be out.
that's
But those are I know our personal favorites. Like is a lot of stuff that we've gone off on our own and written in like a time where no one's around and then brought back as a band. Compared to, I mean, our jam songs are great, but like even in our set list and when we're talking about songs, the ones that we make sure that we want to do if we're playing a set are those
Yeah.
ones that we written individually, and I guess maybe we're more vulnerable when we're alone. So that's why the lyrics be hitting more.
On the flip side, look at Streets and Abs, how I brought it, and then look what
No,
how
yeah,
much
that's what I
more
mean.
we did when we're all together.
Well,
But
no,
that's same with
well,
Fall and same with
Yeah.
and then Sit.
That's
Yeah.
what
It was
I was
writing
gonna.
outside and then bringing it.
And then it just flowers
compared
from
to
there.
a jam that starts that way and then goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
it's
Streets
different.
and Ave, Fall, and then Sit, and even kind of Bonobo, but not really, were written like away and then brought back, and
That's
then.
true.
But a lot of the other ones are just jams.
But I totally agree with what Tony was
Yeah.
saying. Is that the difference is that we're bringing something in, or we have a general basis of what we're playing, but we definitely don't know the whole song as an individual
Yeah,
coming into
yeah.
it.
It's bringing
And-
a rough draft and then running with it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
definitely.
once we're playing with it, then it's like a whole collaborative jam on an idea. And then if we already kind of have lyrics with it, then that's what kind of Farmer was saying, is that like everyone in the band takes those lyrics so much more like into their own hearts, where when they start like bring their instruments into the mix, it like now turns into something that if I brought the lyrics in or whatever it was in the beginning, I'm like, oh shit, well, I could play this all myself, but like it would never sound the same if it wasn't for these other instruments and what they brought to the table too. So
They add another element.
Yeah,
All right,
for sure.
let me ask this. All right, I'm gonna ask Adamal.
for sure.
Is it ever like nerve-wracking, or do you ever? What is the feeling when you bring an idea to these guys that maybe you wrote on your own, or like outside of the group, or what is that energy when you present ideas?
I mean, for me, it's like bringing the energy first and foremost, because I mean, being a drummer, like usually I'm just kind of sitting back, like. But I mean, I write, but on these first released or unreleased songs that are coming out, I've just contributed the drums parts and background. These guys have mostly come out with their lyrics and what songs that they have ideas for. So I mean, I'm 100%, like in. So I'm just like backing them up like full force, and like whatever they like tell me they're feeling that vibe or that song that time in that moment. I'm all for it. I'm like, all right, I got you. Let me hear that. I'll back you up, and then basically build from there. So any songs that I write particularly, I would say I would show them. We bring to the table like the infamous whiteboard, and I have in the past, which a couple of jams here and there we have jammed out in the first couple kind of gigs that we did. And we still have them kind of tucked away. So, hopefully we can bring those back. But, yeah, I mean, basically when we write together, I just bring an idea and we just flower it, water it and, just make sure it's growing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to
Sow
say
the
with
seed,
with even if you're not necessarily bringing it to the table in the beginning, it's a matter of like I brought for fall. There were the pretty chords that I probably came to the studio for maybe 2-3 weeks, and I played them over and over again, maybe 2-3 chords, and played them back and forth. And there was one time where Adam started playing this beat to
It was just
and I was like,
was out of nowhere,
holy
bro.
shit, okay,
And,
yes, like
we
this is the
already
one.
knew. Like once it hit, it was just like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for.
That's what I was gonna say.
like, yeah, we're gonna keep that, and
Yeah.
I feel like
it just became that.
writing a drumming part is like giving so much more of yourself than writing a guitar part. Like,
I don't know.
because the drums like
Make the
this
vibe.
Soulful
you could
solos
you
and
could
all
do
that. I don't
like,
know guitars.
but it's just
the
not the
heartbeat.
same because the drum is like
drums
there's so
make the
many
vibe.
different styles of drumming
yeah,
and
rhythm backbone.
and so
Rhythm-
many different
rhythm
things you
section,
could
baby.
do. Like it's giving a lot more of yourself. Like and just energy from yourself too
Yeah,
to
there's
fucking
a-
write a whole
I mean,
drum part.
there's a
It
certain
holds a lot of weight
vulnerability.
in the song. Like the
Yeah,
drums
definitely.
Yeah.
are very, very important.
And with a lot of our stuff, like how we bring a rough draft, like those drums are gonna determine what we play, like what the idea or consensus we come to next is. Like it wouldn't. It's all so rough and like so slow and like you don't think it's good until you hear the drums and the bass with it, and then you're like, oh, like yeah, this is actually good. Like compared to
there's
something,
That's a guitar
there.
standpoint. Yeah, that's for
it's
sure.
like versus like singing in the shower almost, like everybody
It's a
is the
certain
fucking best singer.
there's
in
a
the
certain
shower.
vulnerability that you have with each other and your instruments, and when you're like just on the platform of trying to create something, you would probably know. It's just like building from that, but yeah, just working together and feeling that vibe. Like
The drums make it feasible, bro. Like when you hear the drums, you're like, oh, like this actually, this is works and this is a good idea. Like
yeah,
this
And I get
works.
being
I
vulnerable on
get
stage,
it.
but in the fucking studio, it's
No,
definitely
no.
not being. It's like
No, it's
it's
not
more
a-
of an outlet for me personally, and
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I always have stuff
Music.
written down. I'm always showing Tony even before we get into the studio, or
Musically.
showing him if I recorded something on my phone. But like, we both know if we're touching it as a group in a band, but like it's just like, hey, like this is how hey, settle down. We're always touching it as a group in a band.
We're all gonna
So,
know.
but so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it, and
Yeah, we'll all do it together.
yeah. But there's no shame in like, if anything, it's more of an outlet for us because I don't know. We all have musically inclined friends, but like to have like such like brotherlyhood with everybody and just to have this like outlet and talk and like just to play whatever the fuck and get it out there and then play it with somebody else, it's like therapy. So it's never like a hesitation at all.
Yeah.
What's up? Nah.
Yeah, you want to come in?
Yeah, we're filming, but it's gonna be a little tricky.
Nah, it's open once you get past that camera.
yeah.
It just.
Wait, before you go, can you turn on the AC? Can you crank
Hell
it?
yeah.
It's getting warm in here.
We would be
Please.
very big.
It's because I was doing jumping jacks.
You're doing gigolo jacks.
Yeah, he be doing them wiggles.
Gigolo is a whole different
Wiggle
thing
exercises.
than a juggalo. But a juggalo might be a gigolo.
It's. Yeah.
You're a little bit of both.
The
Yeah.
Venn diagram
I can't lie.
across the board.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been known to jig and jug.
They made one album I really like a lot. It's actually called Wizard in the Hood. It's the Alice in Wonderland movie, but they did it like their style. So they rapped like the whole story, and like they're smoking weed with everybody as they go down the yellow brick road and stuff. The fact that they like artistically put two together is tight. I like it.
Yeah.
The guitarist from Kiss died, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley.
Yeah.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace, Ace
Strutter.
Frehley.
Yeah.
I
R.I.P.
know
to a lot
a
of
thing or
stars,
two
yeah.
Strutter.
about
Cold
her.
Gin.
Black Diamond was my favorite.
Fucking
That one was.
A
I like
thousand,
Strutter.
100,000
Strutter's
years.
sick as fuck.
Strutter's a
Not taken
great
away from
song,
Strutter.
bro. Strutter is such a good song.
Down.
R.I.P.
Down,
to
down,
legend.
out, down, down, out, down, down, out, now. Down, out, down, out. That shit's hard. Super off track. Strutter.
Shit. Well, I guess let me ask this. I'll ask Jericho. How did overnight success start?
Damn, that is a deep, long story, man.
Well, we got time.
I was in a band called Burn This For Your Friends, and then our drummer passed away. Rest in peace, Dennis Quijano.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Passed away.
Rest in peace.
And
Another
then,
animal.
luckily, we had friends with Fender, and Fender reached out to Adam. Adam came in for Burn This. And, you know, things do. People grow up and get older and, you know, have lives and all that stuff, and Burn This kind of fell apart, so we wanted to keep it going. We knew Mason because Mason worked at the studio we're at prior
He was,
to where we're at now. And then he was like, I play guitar. Brought him in.
he jammed a
and then
couple
Mason's
times
like-
when our practice was done.
Yeah.
He came in, and we jam with him. And then we're like, hey, this is a nice little vibe. Like let's keep this chill ass vibe, you know. So,
Yeah, for sure. So we tried to keep it together. Certain people came in and out, and we found Farmer through Mason. Mason brought Farmer.
Yeah, he's known me since I was a young lad.
farm dog.
A wee lad running around in skinny
Little
jeans.
scammer.
Running amok.
They were-
And we all
And
we
then
all got along. So
double
we
trouble.
kept chilling, jamming. But you know, in the beginning, it was just really just chilling and jamming.
For real.
And then we kind of like talked about how we are like kind of fed up with just jamming, and we should make songs and stuff. And he wrote
Then sit.
Then Sit because of that. And what's funny, what you did really worked. Like we really did lock
Yeah.
in after
Yeah,
that. So it all came together.
I don't even. It seems like I've been like,
Damn.
not to fully go back to Then Sit, but I've been thinking about it a lot. And like I said, like I thought it would be something that's like so like filler and kind of like meaningless in a way, but like, and not that it was like easy for me to write it or the lyrics came like too naturally, but I think in a way like it was really 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 authentic of myself to write that down, and like that was from somewhere like pretty like deep inside me and like real, which is why it was easy to do, because it might have been something that was like pent up. And so I don't want to like discredit the song and say it was like, oh, like, you know, it was easy to write, like it was filler, it was to get us up off our ass, but
It's
I
funny
think
when
that one
happens.
was just like loaded up for a long time.
It's
Well,
funny
and
when that happens. You never know what
it was-
song's going to be something that pops up to somebody else, you know. So to you, it's like my whatever song.
Yeah.
And then you could spend the song like 1,000,000 hours on a song and then show people and be like, oh, that's whatever. You know? So you never know
Yeah.
how people can react.
Well, we
you know?
played it so many times and differently throughout like the months that soon enough there was this consistency to it, and it was whether it was playing in the studio or playing it live. Like I have recordings of it multiple times, and you could kind of see the progress to it, but we were always kind of in that same corner of it. And yeah, I mean, and then it was a matter of coming into the studio and listening back to it and being like, okay, cool, like this sounds super full. And it was more so now a matter of like matching it to what we're used to hearing live, and that consistency too. So that's now it, is hitting recording and dropping consistently and playing consistently and running that shit.
And we hadn't done shows then. At
For
that
real,
point,
yeah.
we were just jamming
couldn't
in
get
the
anything.
studio. We were just kind of coming up with
wanted.
whatever
Yeah,
we felt was, right at the time.
Only open mics.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
open
and then
mic
the
here and
open
there.
mics came about. And,
Shout out to Bryce.
yeah,
Bryce.
Bryce, Skyline.
Well, I didn't know Then Sit was such a catalyst then for
Oh, yeah.
for the band.
That almost
pretty
was-
much.
that
Like,
was- that
it's,
was-
it's a,
It was
it's a very
the
meaningful
it was the
song.
it was
Like,
our first
lyrically,
original.
he's like
Yeah.
talking about us. He's like talking to us right there. If you can't stand to lose it all, then sit. You know? That's pretty, like, to me, direct. You know?
I feel like that is honestly like more of what the songs is about. It's just
Yeah.
like
That's like
it's a lot. Yeah.
That can apply to like I know in the specific situation that you're in, like that's what it was, kind of causing it, whatever. But like when I listened to it, like when we was recording it, I was like it felt so much like more like bigger than not saying that that's small, but it just felt
Yeah.
like a huge thing that was for everybody, like individually. Like I don't know, it
Hell
just
yeah.
I would have never imagined that it was like that was like the root of it, but that's that's pretty fucking awesome, to be honest. I didn't know all that.
It's a real like umbrella song that I feel like anyone could pull like a lot of meaning from their life into
Yeah,
when you
for
hear
sure.
it.
You could relate
Like,
to anything, really.
You could come up with
you know.
a new meaning of it every night, or like an experience based off your life.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to go 100 on it, why even do it?
If
That's
it's
kinda
meaningful to
thing.
us, we do it. Then we're just gonna keep doing it, But
Yeah.
it's more meaningful when other people can connect to it too.
That's
100%,
true,
yeah.
yeah.
It only goes so far at your own
Yeah, I mean,
expense or whatever, but like when to hear other people say that means a lot too. And
Oh, yeah.
people like people
The
a lot of people
recognition.
really like that song. Like,
yeah, a lot of people like react to it after, and they
Yeah.
ask about it. Like
They
"Hey,
think
what's
about
that
it or-
song?" And if
So
they
it's
don't
it's
know
an
the
honor.
title,
It's a fucking honor.
Yeah.
It feels amazing, even if one person said it compared to like
It's an
10
explosive.
people or 15
It's
saying
an
it. Like
explosive.
it holds
start,
just as
I have
much weight to
say.
hear something.
And if
like
not,
that.
I'm super proud of it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm super happy to be a part of it.
And I
you
think
know,
we're all super
whatever.
proud of it.
Came
Did a
super
lot
far
of
with
it,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
a
Man,
solid one. It's a
I'm
go-to.
proud of it. Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
was
you
right.
recorded it, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
with the
part of it.
record. That was months into the song already.
If it wasn't for us being
Yeah.
here, who knows if or when it would have ever gotten
Right,
Yeah,
recorded.
it was a
right.
long,
Damn
Could have
right.
just
long
been gone,
fucking
bro.
journey, that's
Could have
for
just.
sure.
Because we did lock in here, to be honest. You know.
There we go. I
There
wanted
we
to
go.
ask. I'll ask Mason.
Mhm.
Do you think that there's, because in the field that I work in, there's a lot more hip hop based artists, and what I feel happens in hip hop is the songwriting process is very quick, and a lot of it has to do with the numbers game. Like you got to make as many songs as you can, whatever, algorithms, whatever. But do you guys feel that there is something beneficial to taking your time, like how you guys were saying that you spent months jamming, then sit? Like, what is the benefit to like going over and over the song and just tweaking little things? Like what would you say is the advantage to that?
Yeah, I think the way that we can tweak things so quickly and jam so effortlessly came from us just hanging out, jamming, and getting in tune with like who we are musically and personally. So because we had so much kind of fucking off and having our lockout and just pretty much jamming in any genre, and it was a matter of, hey, did we record that? And if we didn't, then we just try to do the same thing or similar. So we were always, just no matter what, we were always switching it up. And as long as it was interesting to us, we were doing it, and it was at ours end. So, yeah, I think jamming and getting in tune with who we were together was the best. But now,
Hell no.
Please
Oh,
silence
hell
yourself.
no. This food.
Bro,
Yeah, bro. We got
look at the coolest guy in the room.
That's it, bro.
The only person to get a
That's the
phone
guy.
call. The fucking
Yeah,
bass player.
Of course, the bass player would get it.
Why you got the
Wow.
ringtone?
Yeah, bro.
The
Hey, but no,
1982.
look, this- maybe I'm just told, look, the do not disturb is turned on, though. What else do I have to do? Do I have to turn the volume down as well?
You fucked up. That's all I know, man.
Sorry, man, my bad.
it's all
Yeah,
good.
we're not
Let's
going
just
to-
go.
I'm not
Now
going
the
to the
volume's
movies
down.
with you.
Now the volume's down.
All good. All
Put it
good.
back in my overall.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's all
jamming
business calls,
jamming
bro.
together at the old studio and getting in tune like with our like music tastes and how we actually moved like just on a whim. That's always key, because even when you're performing live, if something does end up happening, even the minute things, if you can adapt and you're used to like catching up or looking and knowing who to look to or whatever it is, that is super key, because the worst thing that you can do is listen to the original thing and only know that, and if something fucks up and you're done, and then you just like struggle and everyone sees it. And so like us playing and jamming, we just know, and then whether we like just kind of hold off on the chords or just look around and give it another four bars or whatever it is, it always ends up working out. And like we just know each other's languages.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we don't try to get too technical on stuff, but if we really, pick it up, and then we'll just start building on it.
Sometimes our writing is fast too. Like and it comes with like the jamming. Like sometimes you kind of just know when something is
Sometimes we
done,
miss
or you have a
recording-
feeling where you're like, oh, like
recordings,
this
like,
isn't
we should've
over.
recorded that. We didn't press the button again.
Has it ever happened where you guys were jamming something and then something really dope happened and you didn't record it?
Oh
and
yeah.
then it's
Oh,
like-
there's
Yeah.
probably a
Numerous
fucking
times.
1,000,
Numerous.
bro.
Billion,
There's
trillion
a million
times,
thousand.
But-
jams, bro.
You don't
That's
think
so
about
much
that.
fun.
You just
Go
make sure
back.
you pull out your
Yeah.
camera next
Everyone
time.
was
that's what
fucked up.
advanced us to
Everybody
get
was
better,
drunk.
'cause it was
No one
like
recorded. Everyone's phone
late
was
nights,
dead.
early morning.
Yeah.
We're all sweating,
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
and those are just gone.
Damn.
But they were the best.
Yeah.
They were the best.
We did it at one
I
point.
woke up on the studio floor once or twice just from long nights.
Like,
Really.
we know we did that, That's funny.
It keeps us going, I guess.
Yeah, no, it happens.
Create-
It happens
create-
so often that it's just a matter of like we just jam that much more because we know it can happen, and then that's why we're making so many songs now, because we're actually recording them and taking that next step and taking the
creating process
yeah,
is
The catalyst.
the
sometimes,
proper
but
process
yeah.
to
That's
it.
what this band taught me. Just play and just trust. Just keep playing and just trust something's going to come out of it. And it's almost like a marble, like when you're carving a statue. You just keep chiseling and the song's going to show itself eventually.
Yeah, but you're talented
you know?
enough to know where you should be chiseling. Like,
Oh.
just fucking keep going.
Oh, thank you.
Bro, you're chiseled. You're a chiseled
Yeah.
guy. If we're just gonna.
Yeah.
Hello. Damn, I had a question. Oh, how long have each of you guys been playing your respective instruments?
Exposing the old men in the room.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm showing my age
Well,
right
back
now.
in 1773.
No.
I picked up
Tony,
the
no.
fiddle.
I was like
They
playing
called
a
it the
flute,
Spookenswagen back then.
playing a flute, banging a drum somewhere.
Back then, you could only play 3 notes. If you played the fourth, they'd kill you on the spot.
Well, I would
They
say
cut your head off.
Foreign lands. Oh wait,
I probably have
I
been
remember
playing the
when the
least.
electric guitar was
remember the electric
started
guitar.
coming around.
I've probably been
that's the
playing the
devil.
least. It was
Bobby
I've always
Boucher.
just been improvising with people, and when Tony and Adam were at the studio that they were mentioning, I was just grabbing the guitar that I usually grabbed, and I don't know the last time I restrung it. I just restrung my acoustic not too long ago, and that was like well over 15 years plus or whatever it was. But I started playing guitar like 3rd, 4th grade, but then I just stopped playing. I started learning at the Fender Center, same as Tony, and it was a thing until like middle school, high
Shout out
school. But
Fender
right when
Center.
high school started, it was sports, this and that, girls, all that. So yeah, guitar was just like a hobby, and muscle memory was key with that, and that's I think what took me the furthest. And when meeting everybody, it was just trusting the muscle memory, knowing what I liked, and running with that.
Dope.
What about Farmer?
Yeah, what about you, Farmer?
I think I've been playing like 7 or 8 years. I started playing in like middle school, and then like kind of like same shit. Like obviously I love music, but like I found skateboarding like shortly after, and fucking chicks. So I was like just enamored with that. And guitar, it was great for that too.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of it then. But like in high school, I think all 4 years of no, that's not true. Like I took just a lot of sporadic breaks. I played all throughout high school, and then after high school is when I really stopped playing completely, and I was just skating a lot. Like that's pretty much where all my time went. And like your wrist would be fucked up, so you couldn't really play or anything because you'd just be slamming all the time. And then honestly, like not odd or like crazy, but like probably like 5 or 6 months before Mason invited me to play at the studio, I really started like getting into guitar again, like really, really, really like heavily and seriously again. But it's probably been about 7 or 8 years. But I started on like playing classical piano when I was like 6,
Oh shit.
like really young. I would do like recitals and shit, like in a tuxedo. But then
Mozart and all that.
everything like just like straight classical pieces and stuff like that, where you're like in a suit and you have to like perfectly sit up and play properly. And that was my first introduction to music. But I think I started playing guitar like probably like end of 7th or 8th grade or beginning of 8th grade year.
Oh, that's dope.
Around there.
Fine. All right. What about you, Jericho?
Earliest memories, elementary school. They gave everyone like recorders, like little plastic things. You play that,
Yeah,
and
I
I played that, and I
remember
got into that.
I
I
got
remember
one.
like knowing how to play that. Like I don't know, I liked it. And then I got in piano lessons after that. And by 4th grade, I went from a private school to like a Lincoln, like a regular elementary school. They put me in band. Then I started clarinet. Then in clarinet till high school. And then I got a guitar because my great grandfather played guitar and he passed away, and he like gave me one. And I thought, okay, that's kind of like important. I should like try to do that. And then I started
Thank
doing
you, Grandpa.
it. Yeah. And then
Gramps.
in high school, I was in marching band and I was in rock bands, doing my thing. So I guess since like early elementary school, I don't know.
All right. What about you, Adamal? When did you start getting into the drums?
Into the
Or
drums.
just into music in
into
general?
music in general. Basically, like anything I could pick up when I was small, like fake guitars. I already knew that I was dancing. I would like dress up as Pee Wee Herman and shit, and they would put me like on the picnic table to entertain my aunts and uncles. So I always knew that I kind of wanted to perform. In the respect of learning music, like hands-on, was like school, like 10 or 11. Like Jericho said, like they give you little recorders in middle school. I got piano class and music class, and I had a teacher that was like trying to teach us, and went and did the talent shows there, and I was like learning how to break dance, and it actually introduced me to friends that knew music later on in my life that I shared backyard gigs with. Going forward, like 10 or 11, 12 was when I had middle school. When I hit 13, I was already basically playing my friend's drums because I couldn't afford drums. So we would piece together all the drums that he would get, that his mom or his uncle or whoever would give him and buy, because we wanted to play music at this point. That was like 13, you know?
Yeah, snare from over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. We Frankenstein that bitch, like seriously. And I don't know if you know those big tents that you set up for parties.
Yeah.
We would do that because our families, had that business together, and we would set up tents. Well, those big bases that you would use on the bottom of the tents so the wind doesn't take them, I would take at least 2 of those son of bitches and tie them in front of my bass drum, so when I used double pedal, it didn't fucking go forward, so like I had to tie that,
Holding it down with the easy.
So, for sure. So I had to Frankenstein a drum set, or 2, but at that point I was just using whoever had a drum set, and then eventually got my first drum set.
How important would you say, like, knowing or learning a little bit of an other instrument can help you in like your respective instrument? Like as you, Jericho, has understanding like guitar helped you with bass, or understanding other instruments helped you with?
I would like to
playing
think so,
bass?
because it helps you not step on other people's toes, like where their range is, what they're trying to do, and what you can do to back it up. And it's not always necessarily trying to think of the sickest part. It's trying to make how is everyone, what we're all doing, the sickest thing we could do together. So I guess it just makes you more conscious of what other people are doing instead of focusing on the riff you're playing, So that's why it's important, I think.
Okay, that's dope. And do you guys think? Okay, now as a because you guys have been doing music each respectively, but now as overnight, now that you guys have recorded some songs, do you guys feel like your approach to your songwriting now is changing or has changed since you guys first started?
Definitely,
And
definitely.
Yeah.
like how would you say that like it has changed?
I would say no for myself.
No,
No.
it hasn't changed at all.
No.
But all right, so but everyone else said yes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Mason, how would you say that like it's changed for you?
Like I mentioned before, it was kind of like when we first started jamming, we got to know each other. Even when Farmer joined over at the old studio, it was come in, jam, listen to this song. Oh, I think we could riff something like that and improvise like a jam like that. But it really wasn't until we really got to your studio where we brought vocals and took vocals seriously.
For real.
And I was gonna say, to even go off of what Jericho was saying, it's not necessarily like how important the instruments that you know coming into it. It's like, what instruments are you willing to play while you're in it? So like, you might know piano, or a lot of people know piano here, but
Yeah.
they're not necessarily playing piano on stage. But one thing that we were struggling with was finding like vocals and who wanted to do vocals. And at this point in time, everyone has the mic. I'm designated enough to be like kind of the main vocalist or the front man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is
Accept
it is
it!
always
Accept
it's always
it, bitch!
Captain, always just organizing.
it's always about who brings what to the table and what sounds the best, because even if I do sing it or put out whatever it is, somebody else ends up trying it too, or we try it on bass, or everyone gives it around. So
That's
we're
how the
very
Beatles did
collaborative. Yeah, we're very collaborative with
It could
that
be
shit.
John, but
I didn't realize that the Beatles actually did do that, because I was thinking about that right now. I'm like, what other bands have kind of really done that? But primetime example. But okay, so to give a little context to the viewers out there that maybe don't know, Overnight Success, for their songs, the singer kind of varies depending on the song and depending on the vibe. So one song you might hear Farmer going crazy, screaming. You might hear Jericho just like with the fucking mean face, just singing his heart out. So you might hear
get
Adam
aggressive.
screaming in
You
the
might get
back.
aggressive or a nice songbird type of,
Yeah, you might get serenaded a little bit.
Fall in love.
never know.
You never know what to expect with Overnight is what I'm trying to say. But I think that's a pretty awesome element that you guys have as a band, because even when someone else is singing, it doesn't feel like it's a different sound. Like
No,
it still
not
feels
at all.
like Overnight Success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
And
appreciate that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
like do you guys choose a singer, or is it more based off of just the songwriting or the jam that's happening in the room? Or has it ever happened to where it's like someone's writing and they're like, oh no, I think you would sound better
I
singing?
feel like we know who we want to sing it when
I
we
think-
write something. We're like, oh, like this fool would sound sick if he said this shit.
Yeah.
Like usually we know, and a lot of times it's Mason.
When
Yeah.
But, like,
Mason
if you're
comes up
singing
with his
something, you're like, oh,
riffs,
I need Mason
when
on this.
Mason comes up with his
Yeah.
riffs,
Yeah.
let me say
At
he
the
already
old
has
studio,
lyrics to it.
At
I'm
the
like,
old studio,
let me
that's
show you.
like a
Let me
lot.
show you a riff. All right, shows me a riff, right? And I'm like, hey, that sounds sick. And he's like, I'm like, are you gonna put lyrics to that, or you want us to put like? Oh no, I already got some. I'm like, oh shit, all right, well yeah, of course you do. Like, why wouldn't you? I'm like, let me hear that shit,
Yeah, I've gotten drunk enough at the old studio where they've heard me do obnoxious stuff and hit everything from every four corners to where they're like, well, I think Mason might be able to do it at the very least. But I don't know. I always have faith that there's everyone has a specific role, and everyone knows what kind of corner they fit in, and whatever kind of vibe of music that we're kind of putting out, we know where we're planting that dot and who should be singing, or together who should be singing what part, and
Who wants to help? Like basically on Fall, how I do a kind of back thing
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Fall is like, I knew it was his song, but I was like, you know what, like when he does this part, yada yada yada, like I feel like, hey, I could probably do this over here, and he's just like, yeah, that works. Actually, that's exactly what
just
I
made
wanted
sense,
to hear.
man.
And it
Yeah.
just clicked like immediately with Fall. It was just like boom, like, and that's what's crazy about it was like recording that and just putting it down, like that song in particular, like we were so energetic. Farmer was jumping up and down. We were
That's
like
my fucking favorite
we were
song in the
studio
world,
just
bro.
just like yeah, we felt that energy that day.
I remember
It
the
came
day
out
this
really
fool
quick. We
brought
played it
it.
like 10 times or something, like I don't know. And
Oh yeah,
that
we
shit
just
was
kept jamming that shit
that shit was
over and
hard,
over
and
again.
we
I didn't
put
want to
out-
stop. I
we
still
put
don't
out
want to
our
stop.
individual ideas, whether anybody brings out the song, we always put in our idea and our end to the meat, and we always run it, and then like, oh, maybe Farmer should play that instead, or maybe, and then next thing you know, so and so singing and they're playing this, and and then it's just like, okay, well, I'm used to that. Let's
or
keep
like
fucking
I
running
hear
it.
this, but I'm gonna change
So-
it up to this, and it's like, oh yeah, actually that sounds
Yeah.
crazier. Like, so we're always
Most of the
evolving
changes,
ourselves too. Like,
yeah, and most of the changes that we do individually, or if we're told, it's like, damn, I would have never thought to do that. And so that's the most exciting part. And it's not like I don't get scared to bring anything to the table. It's more like, hey, like, I know this seems really minimal, but like, how can we spice this up? And then next thing you know, we're jamming this for the next 4 hours.
I wanna talk about a story that I think is
What is this?
it's a great story. It's a great story, and I think it's pretty funny. But I think it's important to share this story because I need people to have this type of energy when we record. Okay, so the story I want you guys. All right, I'll have Farmer tell it.
I don't know what it is.
man, I'm scared. I'm
the
scared.
time where Jericho was recording his vocals, and then we.
Oh fuck!
Okay, can you share that story of what happened? What song was that?
Not
I think that was That's It.
no. Oh,
Wanna
it
know?
was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The
yeah,
backup vocals. The backup vocals.
You know what I'm talking about too, right?
Was it That's It?
It's when we all got scared. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
That's
insane.
It.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Tripped on
It was
me.
That's It. Yeah.
Okay, can
I-
you explain a little bit of what
So,
happened?
We're all you've already heard about That's It. We're super passionate about it. It's
Go
everyone is
listen to it if you haven't fucking got the idea yet. Go listen to that.
everyone was so just like like when we came here, it was just like, all right, like we all wanted to really do it, and just it was just the energy in the room that like we were gonna fucking get it done that day, and that was that, and we knew we were gonna just get it done. And I think this was the first time we did it too, but I think it was probably Tony that had the idea of like, okay, we had already done it. We had done it probably live where Mason wasn't screaming and coming in on the lyrics, and it was just me. And then we decided that, okay, we should have Mason come in on that part and do it. Then we wrote his whole other
the
part
double
for that.
end, the double back end kind of.
And then when we get to the
Talk
studio,
shit.
we're like,
Type
oh,
shit.
Tony had the idea of us all screaming together. So I did my vocals, Mason did his.
for the recording. Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, like let's try this out. Like we're in the studio, we got time, we could double track it. I think I went first. I gave it my all. I'm already screaming the whole song, so everyone's used to it. Mason, I think, goes in there next. Well, do you think Adam was last? I think
I was
Adam might have go
last.
third. Yeah, okay. Mason goes in there, and Tony's usually not even usually. Tony is always a very chill, polite, soft-spoken
brother.
He's
guy.
He's a teddy bear.
I love
Yeah,
it.
he's a
Kinda
big
guy,
Yeah,
teddy
you know?
bear.
yeah. He's calm. He's collective.
Yeah.
He's articulate.
Intelligent motherfucker.
Very and
They all are. All three of them are.
So we're fucking quadruple tracking our vocals for that part, and Tony goes in to do his screens, and for whatever reason, on this one only, we decided to leave the door open as well, which played into a part of it. Everyone else, we
I
closed
think
the
I
door.
was sitting
Yeah, the
right
vocal
there.
booth.
Yeah, the vocal
I was
booth.
sitting
So
right
we
there.
couldn't see everybody else that was
Just
being
across
recorded.
the
But
room.
for Tony, we were like,
I don't
I don't know why.
I don't know how to explain the raw energy that I felt when he screamed, but like I felt like a child again.
I think yeah.
Like I felt like
Yeah,
a child,
for
and
sure.
I was reliving my childhood experience, and it re-traumatized me and rewired my brain in a different way.
In a good way, hopefully.
No, in a bad way. When Tony screamed and he sang on it, it was just like, it was utter shock. Like it was funny and like we were laughing, but it was out of like pure shock. Like it was almost like not like a nervous laugh in a sense, but it was like that scream was almost like visceral in a way. Like,
Oh yeah.
it would revert you into a child if someone yelled at you that way. Like, you wouldn't know what to do. You would probably, like, anybody would just freeze up and you'd be like
They
Thank
say
you,
that
I
you
think.
can't hear scream in space. Like this scream you
Yeah.
would probably hear and
Yeah.
it'd terrify you.
You would
Yeah.
sit down in space.
Yeah. Sit down.
Yeah,
then
you would
sit.
definitely. You
I
would,
could
you would
hear.
sit.
I could hear the flexing. So you are.
You're, yeah.
But at the time, we were all
What's funny is
laughing
I
our
did do that,
we
actually.
were
I
laughing
did-
our
that's the-
asses off.
I heard it.
Unable to fucking catch our breath. But it was
Oh yeah,
it was
dying.
terrifying.
It was unbelievable. It was, unbelievable.
Yeah,
It was
it,
unbelievable.
It was incredible, and you know,
If he
visceral
was
was a
screaming-
great. I feel like
Yeah.
a great word to describe it because it was just like from the fucking. I don't know the
Yeah.
depths of the universe, bro. That shit, you could hear it on the record.
Bro,
You
like,
go listen to them.
If you were in a forest or alley and you heard that, bro,
You would just lay down. You
later,
would just be like, "Alright."
later
Like, this is my
days,
time.
I don't
I'm
think
going.
people
I'm not
be
gonna
sticking
run. I'm
around
not gonna
for
fight
that.
back. Like, I'm just gonna die now. This is it. This is my end.
This shit is awesome.
It's over.
Yeah.
But it's a
fucking
side that I don't think anybody really sees of him. And
Well, I've
that,
never
yeah.
written music this visceral or been a part of anything this visceral.
I think
This is my
Tony's
first
very
band that's this
passionate when it
hard.
comes to this band now, and he's very proud of it. I
It makes
mean,
me
he
very
knows it.
happy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
I think he knows it. I can say that
I mean,
for him.
imagine a band with no drama. It's just- all we
Which
do is just,
I mean,
we're
you
fucking
know, there's a
around,
lot of
you
bands
know?
out there that
Yeah, there's a lot of bands out there that are not
haven't
that way,
made
but-
it or stayed together.
Yeah,
So.
that part. Well, okay, so the reason why I brought up that story was because I want to ask you, Jericho.
Make that make sense.
We'll figure it out.
Oh shit! What are you breaking over there, bro?
Um,
Taking a piss?
I'm breaking the seal.
You're leaving?
Yeah,
Yeah,
This is part of the
that's
interview.
it.
I'm breaking the seal.
I knew it.
all right.
That's cool. You still ask me.
He's
So
still here.
what is going through your head, or like what is your
Nice.
what is going through your head when you're recording vocals specifically? Because I know when you're cutting bass, I feel like it's a little
Oh,
different.
man.
But when you're getting ready to do
All right.
vocals, what are you thinking?
You're
or
getting
what is-
serious. I was trying to chill. All right, so what's
Getting
going
deep-
through my head when I'm
deep
doing
with it.
vocals? I am terrified when I'm doing vocals. All I can really do is think about like, all right, I'm here. I'm in this moment. I got to give it 100, and don't trip on it. Just do it. It's like either you do it or you don't do it type thing. Yeah, with music, I'm very confident. I'm just playing the song. You know, I know my parts. I know where I'm at. But vocals, man, there's no button. There's no fret. It's just in your head where things are, and that's tough for me. I struggle with that, you know. And yeah,
I think any string person that plays bass, guitar, anything like that, they struggle with that, or even drums, any multitasking kind of thing like that. You're always gonna try to keep that, you know, on tempo time and, you know, on signature and whatnot. But hey, man, it's just like that oddball thrown off, you know, feeling. You have to just keep on it.
you just gotta send it.
Yeah,
Really,
just
do a
send
full
it, yeah,
send.
full
That's all
send.
you can do is a full send.
That's pretty interesting because I would have thought that you guys would have said the opposite because of like your experience with the instrument, like going in to do vocals might be like easier, more
That's-
confident. But
No,
that's pretty interesting.
I was gonna say the opposite was kind of like what you were saying, but with Fall, when I was recording Fall, fucking farmer.
No, this is fine.
Fuck up.
Keep
I'm
the
gonna
shit
edit
in
all
here.
of that.
I like
No,
it.
The fucking
make sure you
manual
keep
to
that shit
get
in.
back
Keep
into the
fucking
setup.
talking.
When we were thinking of, when we were planning on doing Fall, I was actually considering bringing my guitar in and like pretty much playing my electric while I'm in there, because when I'm singing, I'm not playing, and then I go and play, and playing almost hypes me up. So listening to it, same way you're listening to like the previous lyrics, and then you're getting ready to play it, that hypes you up. Me playing it and playing it on beat almost gets me my lyrics to on point, where like I didn't have to do that when we did fall, but that's like part of the process where when you're in there and you're standing and you're like waiting for your part, and then you have to go like, watch me, you know what I mean? Like, and then give it to them. Where like usually you're on stage and actually playing, and then you feel it, and then you're going. That's a lot of like just a mind fuck that you have to get over, and like you either have to find your zen or bring a guitar in or find the happy medium with it, because it's definitely not the same.
Yeah, I know, because when you're playing it, you're already immersed in the groove and the rhythm.
You want to
melody.
shout
Already
that
in
bitch.
there.
You want
Yeah.
to shout
You're
it.
already in there, you know.
But when you're just tracking vocals without your instrument, yeah, you're right. It is just in your head, like it's just you're just waiting for your part.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting, you know, because I never really thought about it like that. But everybody I work with is, well, not everybody, but a lot of the people are just vocalists, so they don't play instruments at the same time.
they're smart.
Yeah.
Wasted my fucking
Stay
damn
in, it's
time.
like stay in school, kids. Like, nah.
I mean, I would say it's harder to play and sing at the same time, but I get what you're saying though, because like once you're used to it, once you've written songs while you're playing and singing, then it's almost more natural to play it and sing than to just sing it by
Just
itself.
So when you
jump
sing, half of
jump
it's
right
gone.
into it.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's like you get that feeling when you're in and you hear it off the radio or something. You just like instantaneously go into the lyrics, like, I know this song kind of thing. It's just
Yeah.
a reaction.
It's
Yeah,
muscle
you're
memory.
Naturally.
And I'm sure you hear it differently, because when you're playing and singing, you're listening to your instrument and your voice together somewhat, right? Like compared to when you're just singing something back, like in the radio,
Yeah.
you just kind of singing it.
Yeah.
It's a big mind game, just turning everything off and just doing it. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Think
Just
less.
fucking
Less is
do
more.
it.
Yeah, less is more at that point. Yeah.
How do you guys feel when you're on stage performing live in front of people? Like, how does that energy change compared to when you're just jamming out, like in the room?
Oh man.
Yeah, go ahead, Jericho.
Adrenaline, you play usually faster, and if there's a lot of people there in front of you and they're digging it, you know, that energy, you know, it's all recycles back to each other.
Do you feel like maybe, do you turn it up a little bit, or do you feel like sometimes you try to keep it more cool?
I try to turn it up, usually.
No, I know you try to turn it up. You get in that power stance of like, yeah, I'm about to go crazy.
I stole that from James Hetfield.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Papa
yeah.
Head.
Yeah, I know
No
personally.
No one's gonna like me now.
Even at the open mics, like anytime that we're jamming out, or if we're on stage and we're playing live, even at an open mic, I look over and I see Tony or Farmer fucking getting down and dancing and feeling themselves. That just makes me fucking feel myself even fucking harder.
On stage.
So like, yeah, on stage,
in front of everybody, feeling myself.
on stage.
What is your? I'll ask Adamal this. What is your favorite? Jamming in the room, recording, or performing live in front of people?
Damn, on the spot. Those are three of my favorite things to do. women, food, and smoking, bro. Like, damn. It's like animals' favorite things. I have to say, I mean, jamming with the homies is always great because we can do whatever the fuck we want, and you know, it's like being like away from the world in our own world. So that one's always like comforting. Playing live. It's always great to get the crowd going. It's always fucking feeling the energy and then like getting amped up and like knowing how many people are there, whether or not, you know, there's too many, but usually it's the same show. We're going to put it out every time, like with that energy. So, and then, recording, it's really cool to record. I've recorded this year a couple times and with Overnight, already a handful of times, which I'm really proud of. Probably recorded more. Well, I mean, recorded an album, but for the most part, like the songs and we're gonna release that we recorded, we put a lot in work into and time in and time out, like coming to the studio and practice spots that we've traded, moved to back and forth. And these guys explained earlier, like, yeah, all the recording process takes its time. It's like less fun. You know, I don't like it. I hate it because we have to be like kind of like on point, and it's just like I don't feel that raw energy like I'm on stage.
Yeah.
Or when I'm in the room with the boys, like we're just fucking doing our thing. So I would have to say live with the boys, then recording in that order.
That's valid. That's
And I love being with my boys, but we're on the stage with
Yeah.
each other, with other people, and getting this shit,
Yeah.
cracking. So it's the same in all. It's more energy on the stage, so live probably.
Yeah, I'm definitely drawn. I'm drawn between being like in the studio jamming and being live, because live always hits, but there's always times where like we play live and personally I think that it's like super fucked up, or like I can hear a mishap coming from either myself or somebody, and then when we listen back to the videos, it's like, holy shit, that sounds so much fucking better than I thought it was gonna be. So it's weird, but I always want to like have that drive to be in the studio, because no matter what, if you don't have that drive to be in the studio, nothing will ever be made. So like you can't always just be fucking playing live if you don't know what you're doing. And I think I'm proud to say that I love playing live, because every time we're in the studio, we know what we're doing and it's going towards playing live. So like live should always be the one for sure.
something I really liked that inspired me was when we record the vocals, and it's something that I hope becomes like somewhat of like a signature element for Overnight, is when we do the group vocals. You know what I mean? Like, I
It's
love
starting to become a thing.
It is starting to become a thing.
I mean, I didn't want to say it,
it's-
but like, let's say it. Like, I hope. I
It's
hope that it's
low key pretty cool. Like, we don't have to do it for every song, but like right now it's like working. So don't, like
not every song.
And
it's
requires-
not broke.
And
If
it's
it's not
fun.
broken, don't fix. You know?
Yeah, and
Don't
it's
fix
fun, exactly. And like when I get inspired by things like that, it's like it's not necessarily I'm gonna fucking get a group of people and we're all gonna do it. It's like that energy of everybody just like screaming into the mic at the same time. Like
Just
that's
fucking do it.
yeah, like
Get it out.
Yeah, and like I love that shit. You know what I mean? Like I get inspired by
cathartic.
that. Yeah, bro. It's like it's a good. I mean, like, what do y'all feel when y'all do a group vocal like that? Like compared to a solo vocal, is it different?
It's a lot of fun. Even on the last recording, I fought it at first. I was like, we can't do it on this song. I tried.
You weren't down
Yeah,
at
As
first.
soon as we
that's
did it, I was
true.
like, no, like we're not doing it. Like whatever you guys say,
Yeah.
I was gonna be adamant about us not doing it, because I was like, we've already done it twice. We're not gonna do it again. By the end of the recording, I was like, I remember I looked at Tony, and I think you might have mentioned it, and I was like, I think it would be really cool if we did it.
It might
I
become
was
a
like, I
thing.
think it would fit.
might
But
be
I
a
was
thing, we'll
I
see.
was being a dick about it at first. I was like, no, like we're not gonna do it. Like we're not gonna make it a thing. We're not gonna do it in every song. It's not gonna be it. But by the end of the song, I was like,
But it's the way
I think we
I
should do
believe
it.
it's the way
Yeah.
that you
it
treat
just
it.
felt like it was right to go in there.
You did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe we'll feel that again. Maybe we won't. But
Nah,
for that one, it did.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, go ahead. Say what
I was
you.
gonna say that like we all put in vocals where we need to, and I feel like a lot of the times, whether it's Adam like backing up my vocals or we're all backing up Tony's vocals, it's always nicer if we all just do that, and then it's a matter of how much we want to paint that on there, because it's not always just like screaming with reverb after every part. It's more like, okay, like we could tone it down this time to where it could be your vocals, but little did you know it's actually all of us. So like it could be like the subtlest things, but it's how we approach it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because the way that it sounds in Then Sit, I feel like it has a different impact than the way it sounds in Fall. Like the way those background vocals come in, even though it was recorded this like similar same process. Like I feel like it has a different
vibe.
yeah, because of the intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you position it differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you said it right there when you like the same of the different songs that they are, like how we back up each other. Like it's not so much to where it's overbearing, and we're still working with that. But at the same time, it's like it fills the song more too. I think with the songs that we don't layer them too much. We don't want to try to overlayer everything. I think, and these guys take their time with that stuff and know what they want to do. So
Yeah, the beauty of the simplicity and the complexity of do you guys feel um like now that we've recorded a few songs, going into the recording process, you come up with different ideas now compared to when we did our first song?
I would say that we feel more comfortable because, like, not obviously you've been fucking the dopest dude and the most amazing guy, but like when we have like, for not even lack of better words, but this is like a good word to use, like we have reverence and we have a lot of respect for what you do and we value your time. Like we know that it's, you know, like it's not fucking free, you know. It's we value what you do and we value like your input and all the things you do to like get us to our final mix, or wherever we're at. So like at first we were kind of like a little shy to be like, oh, we want to add this, we want to add this, we want to add this. But now it's like, you know, even just as our friendship is like getting more comfortable. Wait, and like we still have a lot of like respect for what you do. Like we're finding like more comfortability in the process and getting to the point where we'll be like, oh, like let's add more, like.
Yeah.
And you're obviously fucking never against it in any way, shape, or form. But like I said, like we have a reverence for what you do, and we don't want to like. When we first came in, we were like, like let's just do it, get out, knock it out. But now we're like, oh, like we know we're gonna have time for this.
It's
and we know you're gonna be down to do it, and like just try shit out. So we're like, fucking, it's just double the energy meeting in the same place, and we're like, let's explore more and let's double track it. Let's do more. Let's do.
Now that we're learning a workflow with all of each other.
Yeah. Exactly.
Build on that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not fucking broke, don't try to fucking fix it. And like, we've now got it down to a T, and to where like we all jam together, we get our like general track, and then it's a matter of like, okay, we got some time. How else do we want to spice it up? How else do we want to like play around with it? But it's all within a given time, and like it's technically like all planned out.
Yeah, and even to a certain extent, I feel like, well, what I want to get to is to the point of where we reach that level of recording where it's like, okay, yes, we don't want to add anything else. Like we like where it is, and if we add anything else, is in fact gonna take it down and bring it up. And I feel like that's the sweet spot you.
Luckily, it's been so natural so far with us.
So it almost does feel like that in a sense, you know.
It just falls into place like that, you know. There's minimal notes.
Yeah, playing live as much as we do, it's more so not necessarily focusing on spicing it up, but when we do, it's very minimal.
Yeah, well, and I also know like it's got to be different, like when you're performing it live compared to the recording of it, because it sonically it's going to be different, and you can add different elements just from that standpoint of you can't have everybody singing in 3 different layers on a live setting. You know? So kind of messing with those elements. So
well, where I feel like you've gone. And I couldn't state the reason for it, whether it's just because you like us or you're that dedicated, but like you've taken time out of like your day to come see us live and also hear like in multiple elements in multiple spaces, and I feel like that adds to like, because you're the one that's capturing it, so like for you to go out of your way, and then going back to what we said, like the reverence and respect for what you do is like you've gone out of your way to hear us live on multiple occasions. So it feels like, you know, you could capture almost like that lightning in a bottle effect. Because you know what you know, and, you know, like even Then Sit sounds the best live. Like always. Like I don't think there's any studio we could go to or whoever the fuck recorded it, like, to make it sound the way it does live. And, you know, like you've gotten the so far the closest to it, or where I feel myself. But like when you hear Then Sit live, it's like it is like almost like lightning in a bottle. And you've taken multiple time out of your days to come see us live, so you know what it's like when you really hear us just like all going off and like in an element of performance. You've taken the time to hear us in multiple places like that.
Well, to me it's very important because it's like it's with this genre of music, I feel like you have to capture that because you guys are playing your instruments. Because with hip hop, it's a little different because, I mean, you could capture a vocalist, a rapper, or a singer in many different ways, but to capture everybody's instruments and more importantly how everybody sounds together is, I feel like, crucial to, that's your sound, you know. So hearing you guys play live, I feel like has helped with that, but also the fact that you guys are well rehearsed and that you guys have a sound that we can capture helps a lot too, because there's people out there that just doing shit that don't have a sound or are not well rehearsed. It's like you hear them live, they sound different every single fucking time because they're doing something different every time.
Yeah.
And you guys might switch things up, but it's not changing the core of what the sound is, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And well, I don't know, I'll ask you guys this. Is that something that's important to you guys, like sounding on the record how you guys sound live? Like that's something that's important to you guys?
I think like one of the most important things.
Yeah, I think
like
starting as jamming live, we've always been jamming live. We know what we sound like playing together, that when we come to the studio and play everything and listen to it back, we want to hear like at least some like our favorite aesthetics of what we're hearing live from our videos back into the actual recording. So those are like, even like with the little bit of vocals, it's a whole nother stage of screaming into your vocals with music in the background and then like doing their whole like mixing to it on stage versus standing in the vocals, hearing nothing and then hearing every little detail to it. So then it's a matter of modifying your own vocals to match what we're used to, because it's a matter of because like the live shit, that's what we stand true to.
I always want to sound the best live, and I feel like we hold up to that. Like that live.
I like giving our
I want to, and I think we
crowd,
do.
Our fans, our support people that come out to see us, and we have a good amount of people starting to bunch up, and we're like super grateful for that. Like you
super
included,
love,
you know, like
grateful.
Love all around, like, you know, and no disrespect to any other bands doing it out there, because everybody's gonna have their sound. Everybody's gonna want to sound how they want to sound or sound something different, you know, and be the next thing. But right now we're being ourselves, and that's what's helping us create our sound, is being comfortable with who we are and what we do together, and you know, like, honestly, just getting in there and creating, like, naturally. Freestyling is always good, but live is where we usually take it, because we want to present well. We want to present our songs. We want to entertain. We want to, you know, give our best to the crowd and ourselves. So,
you're only as good as your last show. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that when you guys perform, like, everybody just, like, it's a switch.
Yeah,
like,
it's a switch.
For
do
sure.
you guys feel that? Like, when
Hell yeah, it feels like a
I
fucking
sometimes
blackout.
not.
It feels like a straight
I
blackout.
kind of,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of blank the crowd out sometimes and just try to lock in, like, focus.
Yeah, the better times,
I'm sure
like
a lot
I've
of
been telling
entertainers
Farmer.
do that, you know, and then some are just, like, naturally, like, cool on stage with everybody and looking around, but, you know. Plus, I'm blind and I need glasses, so that doesn't
most
help,
of the time
but,
they got you in the back anyways.
but it's cool. Like, it's cool. Like, I like that. Like he said, the Beatles, like Ringo Starr type of vibe. Like, I'm just sitting back, and like one day I'll have my Octopus's Garden song, you know. But right now, like, it's cool. Like, I love the songs we're making. I like how we sound live and in the studio, and how we jam. It's fucking crazy, fucking good. I like it a lot.
What do you? What about you, Mason? Like, what's going through your head before you hit the stage?
Did I drink enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Who's getting my next beer?
Do I
enough
have
for my
something
next
on the
beer?
side of the stage?
Are we
Will I
getting
play
paid-
good
are we
enough
getting paid for
someone
the
to
next
buy me a
beer?
Honest.
Will I play good enough to have another guitar player buy me a beer?
And
Do
then,
I have a
and
beer
then
in my
am I in
truck?
tune?
Do I have a
And
beer
then
in
am
my
I in tune?
or in my bag?
No, but I mean, I think to wrap it up, our last one of the last shows that we did was in Pomona, and it was kind of a wild card because we didn't know what we were getting into. No one's played there. We were invited to play there. There were a couple, like 4 bands to play there, and we were probably the first band to show up. So we like pulled up to the alleyway. We walked through the alleyway. We looked at the alleyway. We pulled up the closest video to like on Instagram. We're like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely it. Okay, like let's get back into the car. And then once they started setting up, it was a matter of waiting for everyone to get there. And then when we got there, we set up the show and we got right into it. And I think We jam so often, we look at each other, and as long as we're comfortable, like individually, and we look at each other and we look at each other and we see that we're comfortable, then we fucking have a great show. And it's like we just write it out. We always write our set list at the bottom. We know what we're doing. It's never guesswork, so we try to put as much work as we can into it.
Yeah, y'all are always prepared. Like, should I do? Last time I went in there before the show, on the whiteboard, it was like the set
Three
list
different
was-
set lists.
the set list was rearranged,
Yeah,
like,
which set list were you talking about?
like, this song first, or this song first, or
This set
But
list or this set
Who's on
list?
first? Who's on second?
Yeah,
Who's
we do
Tyler
talk
Shea?
about that. We do talk about those things. You know, which
Yeah.
should we do? Should we switch it up from that
Yeah.
show to this show? I don't think we always do the same set
No,
from show to
sometimes
show.
I
maybe
think
like
that,
three,
you know.
the max like 4 or 5 times we'll do the same set list, but
We'll switch
after
it up.
that it has to get switched up at some point.
Yeah.
It's like shuffle. We just
And
shuffle
it
that
depends on
bitch.
the show
Yeah.
and the other bands we're playing with. Like,
That's why I love the whiteboard. You always go back to the whiteboard.
Well, and then playing them for the first time. I think Streets and Avenues was played for the first time in Pomona.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
Shout out.
we
Tempest
had
Cleanse
we
or
had
Homies.
tons of different videos reposted with that song playing, and like hearing it back, that first song, like that song specifically that hasn't been recorded yet, it will be like probably one of the first songs that are recorded and dropped for the next year. Just dropping that out there,
Yeah.
cause that shit came out fucking clean,
I know.
like right underneath all of our feet. So
Yeah, there was a moment that during the show where Jericho's, I don't know what happened, like something happened with the cord, right? Like the cord
Oh.
got unplugged
So
or
it
something.
was
His
an
pedal
alleyway.
fell.
Oh, yeah.
It was an alleyway. Super windy, right? And what I like to do is I just do a little patch cable from my amp to my tuner and then a cable to my bass. But it was super windy, and with the weight of the bass cable or the tuner pedal on the bass, it blew off. So for a split second, I was like, "Oh man, my bass died," or "There's a big money fucking thing that went wrong," or "a big project I got to deal with now." And I look over, and I'm like, "Oh damn, it's just the tuner. Thank God." So I just fucking take the cable off, put it on the bass amp. But like you said, you notice I don't just go where I pick into it. I wait for the one of the next part. Then
I didn't even notice it
Boom.
happened.
No,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it was
no, I
sick.
didn't
Like
know.
the cable unplugged, and then like, cause I was watching him, and I was
for
like,
his moment.
yeah,
Let
he plugged it back in, and he looked
rhythm
up,
section.
took a breath. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that's some professional ass shit. Cause I wouldn't have done that. I would have panicked.
We've been pretty professional with our mistakes so far.
Yeah.
I was panicking, don't
Drumsticks
get me
go
wrong.
flying,
I did panic. I did
Drumsticks go
panic.
flying. I only have one pair. You know, like it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What do
Why
you do
didn't
then? You
get
just start
more, you know.
play
you
with your
know?
hand or something.
Well,
You
he's
gotta-
got
I play
backups, but then-
one-handed. Usually I have backups.
His
but
his
What fucks up-
backups are like completely split down the middle.
yeah, usually they're broken already. Or
well, it's crazy. The past couple of times that have been flown across the
They'll
room in the
flow-
studio
They
room.
they
fly
flew
by
and
their
they hit
feet
me in
and
the
they'll
in the
pick it up.
nutsack.
There's been times where it's like right before Farmer's solo or Mason's, break, and it flies right before that, and it's like we all go.
Yeah, we all
it
go
goes
try to
in
grab
the
that
space.
shit.
Where can I
by
take
the
a break
feet,
to give
and
Adam
then
his
they look
stick
at
back?
it.
We're all
Wait,
like,
wait,
fucking like,
wait, get down, grab.
It's like, oh, I don't have time for it.
Hand
I'm
off.
up right
I'm
now.
like, yes, splash. We're still back in it. Let's go.
It's usually
Fourth
Mason.
quarter, last touchdown.
It's usually
Usually
Mason that has
Let's
time.
fucking go.
I got you guys. Let's go.
There's been times I have to play one-handed, but hey, it's just like when
Multiple times.
guitarists have to, get another pick. They
Yeah.
lose picks all the time, So I mean,
But like a broken
not,
string. you
Yeah.
know,
I'm just saying in general,
Oh,
but yeah.
Oh, the biggest fear. The biggest fear of every
That's
guitar
a
player.
broken string,
The bane of every guitarist.
That's oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy because, I mean, I feel like there's a lot more opportunity for technical things to go wrong with instruments
Yes.
compared to being just a vocalist.
Yes.
There's a
100,
million things that could go
100.
wrong.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
and depending on vocalist or instruments that you play, there's so many things or more things that could go wrong. And if something goes wrong, you just make sure that that thing never goes wrong.
I mean,
because like
imagine later
if it ever does, you forget a chord or
with
like
samples,
something goes,
like,
something isn't tied right or something isn't plugged in right. You make sure that that's plugged in
Yeah.
right
You
before
think
the
about
show,
it every
oh
time.
yeah,
before
make
any
sure
other
that
time.
stands
So it's that
tightened,
one thing that
all you
fucks you
drummers
up
out out there.
And then
like,
that will never fuck you up again because
So
it
every
haunts
show
you.
is a
It
learning.
haunts
Every
you.
show is a step.
Yeah.
And, you know,
learning
you get
process.
That's
right?
for sure.
not better and better, but more less scared and less scared every show.
Yeah, I mean, and, like, things are always balanced. Something's
Oh, yeah,
bound to
yeah.
happen.
That's
so
the name
it's,
of the game.
yeah.
Live,
Things go
yeah,
wrong.
it's gonna go. It's not always gonna go perfect, and it's not gonna go the way you want it. But sometimes, hey, things become magical because they do go like so, like on the in the moment, you know. So
yeah, those in the moment, like, quote unquote mistakes are sometimes turned into some fire little
You
musical
watch them
piece.
back on the videos and you're like, holy shit, we got to
Yeah.
get a fucking
Yeah.
sample of this.
That's how hits are made.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Let's see where we at.
How long?
Let's jump into this next part of the podcast that I like to call the URG rapid fire questions.
Whoa.
So we'll go individually. We'll start over here on this side, and I'm gonna ask one question, and then you just answer it however you feel. Okay.
all right,
So
got to put my thinking cap on.
Charlie XCX.
No,
first question:
for sure.
if you were stuck on an island and could only listen to 3 records forever,
One of those.
yeah.
You got the
of
hardest
questions like
question
this.
already.
I thought of these questions growing up, though. I
I
don't
would
know.
hate to answer that. Yeah, there's so many
All
albums
Steely
that I
Dan.
want.
I mean,
The Jonas Brothers' greatest.
no way. Oh man.
Hanson's
So
first
3
album.
albums.
Yeah, 3 albums.
3 albums. Whew.
Volume 4.
Huh?
Volume 4.
Volume
Black
4?
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Yeah, all the Black Sabbath albums. All the first ones. No. I would have to definitely go the first, if not Masters of Reality, Black Sabbath album.
R.I.P.
Second,
Ozzy.
R.I.P.
yeah, R.I.P. to the, legend, bro. It's a whole nother topic. Shit. I definitely, shit.
He said rapid
Sorry,
fire,
3
man.
rapid fire. Hey, 3 albums on an island, man. Give me a break. All right.
No, so take your time.
You're
bro.
stuck on this
We
island.
can edit
Been
it.
stuck on
We
this
can
island
edit it.
forever. Yeah. I definitely, I would say Pink Floyd Animals, even though there's that whole, Roger Waters and Ozzy thing.
Oh, that's a great
those
record,
are two.
man.
Those are
Whatever.
two.
Great
Two.
record.
No, 2 albums. 2 albums that forever like defined, and then last one.
Sound like Amp.
Probably Manson, Antichrist Superstar.
Damn.
I love that record.
That's like
Love
one
that
of the.
record.
Damn.
Tony would take those on his island too.
And
And
those
You
are
only
just
took my
like,
3
those are
albums.
just 3 that I could think of. But yeah, those are 3 masterful records that will
that they'll keep you going on the island.
Keep me going, yeah. I could write to that or something.
That's fire. Okay. Next question, Mason. Studio session or studio time snacks, salty or sweet?
I already know.
Yeah.
It's the answer that all of us have.
Yeah.
Sweet. It's got to
Okay.
be sweet,
Unless
baby.
one.
So,
'cause the answer-
On Tuesdays, it has to be salty because I need to get my electrolytes up from the previous weekend. And then on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever we meet up, that's always fucking sweet because we're getting ready for the fucking weekend.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right, that's fire.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Give me a good one. Give me a hard one.
Shoot it in his
If
mouth.
you were to describe Overnight Success's music as a type of weather, what type of weather would it
that's
be?
A kind of,
Like,
that's a good question.
It starts off as a bright day and like maybe a little positivity. But then you go outside and you go to work and it starts raining and it fucking sucks. And you step in a puddle and you might get hit by a car, or you're riding an e-bike and you hit a crack and then you have like a catastrophic failure into the concrete. And you just get shit on when you think it's going to be a good day. You get absolutely shit on, berated, and beat down. That's
love
it.
Sounds like a typical day in
Catastrophic
Yeah.
fucking failure.
Fucking amazing. I love that answer. Okay. Next question. Go over to the man, the myth, the legend, Jericho. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be? Huge thank you to all you guys for pulling up today.
Thank you for
Overnight
having us.
success.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Thanks for having us,
This
man.
shit's been fucking rocking.
Man, I had a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. Make sure to go stream Then Sit, available everywhere right now. Make sure to go follow Overnight Success. And yeah, anything else you guys want to say?
Can we do a couple of our own shout outs?
Yeah, bro, please.
I like to give a fat shout out to SoCal or Torta Slumber Party.
Oh shit!
Dexter
we
Drive.
We're going out there.
I want to give a big shout out to Dog's
Dog's
Breakfast.
though.
I want to give another shout out to Tempest Clans and another shout out
Oh,
to
yeah.
General Arson.
Let's go.
Another shout out to Jez. And the Hell Bombs.
Oh, yeah.
All our shows.
Stereo
You're gonna
Grim.
see a lot of those names out there in Stereo Grim. And we're
Torta
gonna be
Slumber Party,
rocking with
baby.
those fools.
Dexter
So
Drive.
check all of them out, even before you check us out. That's about that.
She hit them all.
Yeah, we got Then Sit, we've got Fall, and then sooner than later we've got Costa coming out. So get ready.
Hell yeah, that fall. You know, it's already here, so it's right around the corner for you. My shout out, I have to say, yeah, Dexter Drive. Go check me out on my other bands. Torta Slumber Party, the homies, you know, I grew up with, and we've been doing it for a good minute, and I'm trying to get all these bands together, and you know, all the bands and people that have been supporting us, Skyland, you know, all the Pasadena Pub,
Frets,
you know,
Frets out in Riverside.
Riverside, you know, hopefully we can move out there and get more people to listen to us. So check us out on all the platforms and URG Studios. Thank you.
Erg Studios, Ergy on that
Killing
shit.
it. Without him, you know, Overnight wouldn't be as successful as it is right now. So, you know, I want to thank these guys right here for being in a band with me and all my other bandmates. And let's fucking kill it this year coming up.
Yeah.
Type shit.